Can y'all hear everything, man? We're gonna get started here in about 7 minutes. Just gotta let it build a little bit, y'all feel me? I haven't seen this video yet, so I don't know how it's gonna go, man. I see Foot Productions. I see TK. I see Abbott, Captain Alex. Okay. Fast Donnie with the super chat. Big shout out to Fast Donnie, by the way, for requesting me to check this out. Also, who else we got? Lee Davis. Big shout out to Lee Davis. Appreciate you, Fast Donnie. Appreciate it. Much appreciated respect from you. We're going to get started in a little bit, y'all. Just give me a minute, all right? Make sure everything's squared up here. All right. Glad y'all get here. All right. Now, I'm going to get ready for this one, man. Yeah, I like this beat, Abbott. I'm going to get ready for this. I'm going to go get me a beverage real quick. Some root beer, okay? We'll get started in 6 minutes, y'all. 6 minutes, y'all report back, all right? Don't be late for formation. Eddie, sit down, mama, before you hurt yourself. All right, y'all. Here we go. Hope I got my screens right. I hope I got them right. Let's see if I got it right, man. Let's see. Here we go. All right, cool. That's what's up. What up, SFAM? It's your boy, Lynch. I'm back again with another mother freaking video, man. First off, y'all, I missed y'all. Hope y'all had a great weekend. Hope y'all having a great week so far. Let me just go ahead and maximize this real quick. Thank y'all so much for stopping by to chit chat with your boy, man. I'm glad that we can get up. I just want to talk about this video, and I got to give a big shout out. What is going on with my screen here, man? Is everything good? Everything is not good. Let me see. Let me see what we got going on here. Yeah, everything is good. Okay. I got to give a big shout out to Fast Donnie and to Lee Davis. They requested me to react to this video. I think TK said something up in there too. But I got to give a big shout out to y'all who check out the videos and y'all give me requests to react to more videos, right? So, a while ago, I think like 2 or 3 weeks ago, we reacted to Angry Cops who was telling us about the soldiers who all caught trench foot while they were out in training, but then they got Article 15s because they caught trench foot, and then they went to the medics about it. And then y'all also hit me back and told me, Drill Sergeant, you got to check out this video where the commander of the 230th called up Angry Cops and was talking to him, right? So, I don't know, man. This can't be good, man. This can't be good. I've gotten phone calls and I've had to sit down and have meetings with battalion commanders, brigade commander, brigade sergeant major. I've had to sit down and talk to these people because of some of the things that I was doing in my videos. So I know that this might not be a good situation, man. I hope it's not too bad, but I'm excited to see exactly what they said and what what my battle buddy got to say about this, man. So make sure y'all hit that like button. SFAM, stand up, salute, stay focused, motivated, get motivated up in this day one time. First time to the page, y'all. Hit that subscribe button, man. Consider joining SFAM. Get access to the emojis. Get the membership badge next to your name. If you do SFAM 1. SFAM 2, I got a whole slew of videos, behind the scenes little videos, different videos that are specifically for y'all SFAM 2. And I'm thinking of working on some more stuff. I'm not quite sure. But those of y'all who want to show a little bit of extra support, I do appreciate y'all. I also know that in this video, we're going to be getting a... I think this video is sponsored by the bag. I can't remember, Man Bag or something. I can't really remember. But I'm going to go ahead and let that ad play. You let his sponsorship play. Because after this right here, what happened to him, my battle buddy needs a little bit of support, man. So if y'all see this sponsor in this video or whatever the case may be, and y'all think it might be something y'all interested in, I'm going to just let it run. Y'all go check it out. And I'm sure he got a link to the thing in his video, so y'all can give him a little bit of support, man, okay? So, let's go ahead and get to this freaking video right now. Get motivated up in this jank one time. Let's go, y'all. I'm excited to see what he got to say about this, man. I know it can't be good. All right, y'all ready for this? Let's go.
If you haven't watched my previous video about soldiers being counseled negatively getting an Article 15 for being injured, you need to watch that first, then come back. Because this video has to do with my follow-up, I guess you would call it an investigation, along with a phone call that I received from 230's battalion commander.
See, this can't be good. Big shout out to Acidic Wheels and DK for hooking up the super chat and the stickers. Y'all know I definitely appreciate the support, man. Thank y'all so much. This cannot be good, man. Getting in, and y'all just, I don't know if y'all know that feeling of when you get notified that you got to go talk to the BC or the sergeant, man. Even the first sergeant sometimes. Hey, first sergeant want to talk to you. You're like, dang, what the hell did I do this time? You know what I'm saying? So for him to have to get this call is crazy. When I hear the word investigation, hopefully it's like I don't know, man. DK, it's good to see you, man. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you so much. Let's keep this moving, man. Golly. Here we go, man.
Lieutenant Colonel Jackman. Just so we don't lose one another here, I'm going to try and break this down in a timeline that is easily consumable. I'm first going to talk about the scenarios that happened after I posted the video, the people that called me, and the back and forth flow of information that I received regarding Article 15s given out to soldiers who
got injured for doing their training
event. Following that, I'm going to give you a breakdown of all the information that I received, verified by individuals that were either there or were in direct contact with somebody that saw it firsthand.
So he's looking, what I feel like he's doing is showing. Here comes my daughter, man. Kaylee, daddy's doing a video, mama. Okay? So what I feel like he's doing, he's not justifying, but he's just showing his proof of what's going on, man. You know what I'm saying? So this is just a tough subject to deal with. Mama, you're not even dressed. Get out of here. Okay. Stay focused, motivated, up in this jank one time. Even LT is on it, y'all. She got to. All right, go see mommy.
I got to pull up.
Okay. So yeah, man, this is just, it's crazy, man. Getting that call is a tough one from Sergeant Major, man. I'm telling y'all. Let's go, man.
Probably some more of the he said, she said for the end of it to try and paint a broader picture of what I think is an issue in this battalion. And this all is going to culminate at the end with an AAR. And if you're not sure what an AAR is,
it's
you're not in the
after
military,
action review. There you go.
After action review.
There you go.
Which means once I'm done giving you all the facts, I'm going to break down what should be happening to correct this situation. All right. Hold on to your butts.
You're gonna give the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Portion phone calls. This is about the phone calls I received from Lieutenant Colonel, some special guests that we're going to bring up, and individuals that I talked to at 2:30 to verify information that they had given to me, or that I had posted, or additional information that I didn't have during the first video. It all begins within a couple hours after posting the original video. I get a text message from my NCOIC, and he says, a Lieutenant Colonel Jackman from 230 wants to talk to me.
That is crazy,
and asks if I'm
man.
Okay with that. And I say absolutely.
Of course.
This is the first time ever that somebody that I may have corrected or brought up some boneheaded decision in one of my videos has decided to contact me directly. Here's what our 15-minute conversation consisted of. He believed that I was being misled by a group of trolls that were intentionally bad-mouthing the unit just for lulz.
Why? Why?
This meme account that began, I guess you would say, the notoriety that 230 now has.
Y'all gotta let me know if I pause too much and I give my little commentary in between, all right? Just let me know in the chat, in the comments. But I don't see why would they troll and put themselves in that situation? Nobody wants to get themselves in trouble, you know what I'm saying, over something that's not serious. Like if they were just making a joke out of it, why would they purposely put it out there like that? You know what I mean? This is a really tough one, y'all. And that's why I wanted to do this live and chit chat with y'all about this. This is a tough one, all right? And of course, AC is going to stay. He got to stand up for it. Because these people are getting hurt while they're training. They're getting hurt while they're training. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. I'm trembling inside Because the nervousness of when you have to go talk to the higher ups about something that you've done. You know what I'm saying? And angry cops, it's for me, it's a touchy and sensitive subject because it comes to the content that we're creating. Now, I do mine for fun. AC does his for entertainment, but he makes valid points about situations that need to be brought up. You know what I'm saying? I stay away from that because I don't want that smoke. I laugh, but there's stuff that's serious that needs to be brought up, man. Let's keep it moving, man.
Who then caught my attention and I posted the video on. So he says those people are trolls. After providing me with his scenario that these soldiers were just a bunch of random trolls intentionally trying to mislead me, he continued on by saying that the sergeant major is a good sergeant major. And I wouldn't expect any battalion commander not to back up his sergeant major.
Right.
But that's not what this was about.
And maybe he just made a mistake.
He then told me that there were no Article 15s given out. And I asked him directly, did you sign any Article 15s? He says,
what did you
no.
say, no?
And I said, were there any Article 15s given out? And he said, no. Now, I asked these two questions intentionally because they are very different. Being issued an Article 15, someone telling you you are going to get one, and you believing that you will in fact get one because they hold a position of power over you, and the commander signing an Article 15, completing its process, are two different things.
Right.
We'll get back to
Definitely.
that. He also added that CID, on his request, began an investigation into this. And without giving away any names or any additional information I didn't think that he had, I brought up a few questions. One of them was, why did the sergeant major go over comms, over the radio, and request a soldier's information regarding an Article 15? He responded that the sergeant major was most likely calling down to the, we're going to call it the med roll, in order to get soldiers' information regarding them being a cold casualty, not to give them Article 15s, which is where I caught him off guard in our conversation when I said,
hold on.
He went over the air, the comms, the conversation, when I being a cold casualty.
Hold on a second, y'all. Give me a second.
And request
Sergeant Major
to soldiers' information regarding an Article 15. He responded that the sergeant major was most likely calling down to the, we're going to call it the med roll,
to get them so he can ask them if anybody got injuries
regarding them being a cold casualty, not to give them Article 15s, which is where I caught him off guard in our conversation when I said no. He went over the air, the comms, the radio, and asked for soldiers' information regarding chapter paperwork. And if you're unfamiliar with that term, that means you're going to be Article 15. Now, I didn't get a response from the commander regarding why the sergeant major was going over comms.
So, if y'all don't know the chapter, chapter, if I'm not mistaken, is a part of the regulation that is put in process to get soldiers removed from the military. So that's how big Sergeant. It wasn't about giving somebody corrective training or extra duty or something like that. He wants to get them out of the military because they're speaking up about getting. Let's go, man. Let's go.
Requesting the soldier's individual information for chapter paperwork, but we did end the conversation with this agreement that I would go on to contact all the individual soldiers that contacted me regarding this, verify their information, really dig down deep and try to figure out whether or not an Article 15 was given or if this was just a bunch of soldiers unhappy with the training environment.
See, but they wouldn't.
And just blowing off steam in the wrong way against
their
commander. I don't
think they would do that though, man.
I would be in contact with the commander, texting him back and forth, letting him know some of the information that I found or whether or not this entire story was verified.
And the thing that I love most is he's being very professional about this.
To the day after I posted the video and received the phone call from the 230 commander. The battalion commander's wife called me on my personal phone number.
How does she call him?
Originally, that she had gotten from Brigade. Now, I don't know who in Brigade gave out my personal phone number.
That's a no-go, man.
Soldiers' personal information to non-military members is a no-no.
That's a no-go, man.
Mrs. Jackman,
that is a no-go.
Conversation touched on several topics. She was having trouble understanding how one soldier could do this, make my video and post it to another soldier. She was also questioning how I verified any of the individuals that gave me this information,
because
whether or not they were credible.
They hit him up and told him. If I'm not mistaken, he said that the soldiers contacted him. And this dude is big on social media, man. So people are going to hit him up in their comment section, direct message him IG. That's how it freaking happens. It's 2021. It's very easy for someone to get a video and get it to somebody else. And for Brigade to give out the soldier's personal information without his permission, that ain't right. That ain't right, man. That is not right, brother. It ain't, man. I don't know. I gotta listen to the rest. Let's go.
Representation of what was actually going on. But when I asked her if she could tell me, well, what was going on? What can you tell me that contradicts anything that I put in the video? She played dumb. And not even well. It's not my lane. I'm just a civilian. Oh, I'm just the commander's wife. I don't get involved.
Well, you're getting involved. You're getting involved, bruh.
Head. Complete nonsense. You're bedfellows. I know you know more than that, but we'll stop it at that. We continue our conversation. She once again questions the soldiers that try to give me this information. Are they sick of the Army in general? Are they disgruntled? Are they getting out of the Army? Are they getting kicked out?
I would be disgruntled. I think I would be disgruntled, man, if I had to do this freaking training. And he's gonna show a letter. He's gonna show a letter that he got from the officer in I think it's 310, right? He's gonna get an officer in 230, I think. He's gonna get a letter from the officer, and the officer's gonna say, man, we were out in this training and it freaking sucked so bad. Even the officer was like, F this, we need to get up out of here. So she's getting involved. I'm not gonna get involved. You're getting involved by calling him. You could have just sat back. I don't know why the battalion commander's wife had to get in here and call him, bruh. It don't make no sense, bruh. Let's go.
Out of the Army. Now, Mrs. Jackman added a little bit of a jab and said, I don't understand why you would do this. It must be for the money that you make. It's got to be for the money. Otherwise, I couldn't understand why you would do this. Which I think is perfect timing to let you know that this video is sponsored by Dude Bag. Now, Dude Bag is the perfect monthly subscription for anybody that's a military member, outdoorsman, and survivalist. Each bag is valued at well over $100, but that's not the price that you pay. There are even special edition D-bags that focus around pop culture.
D-bags.
Like John Wick, Mad Max, or this one right here, Super Troopers.
I was just sliding
Anybody
myself.
ready for a mustache ride? Glasses, a toque, and a shot of maple syrup, eh? A
You got the hat and everything, man.
Protection and hinge cuffs. And my personal favorite, Billy Club. Woo!
They actually have that in there?
The link is in the description.
There you go.
Now, where was I? That's right. Continuing our conversation with the lieutenant colonel's wife. She brought up the fact that I should be more aware of how my videos affect people that I make them on. You know, her husband and the sergeant major. She added that I should be thinking about things from her husband's perspective.
What about from the soldier's perspective, man?
The soldier's perspective.
Or what about the soldier's?
She said I was playing devil's advocate.
I can't stress how much I love the fact when me and Angry Cop C on this, we have the same line of thought, man. What about the soldiers and how they freaking understood some things that soldiers, you know, say something about or maybe complain or have their issues with. Sometimes they can be handled a different way. Sometimes we just want them to push through it. But you really got to think about their health, their well-being, their welfare. You have to think about that. And as a non-commissioned officer, that's something that we definitely have to think about, man. The soldiers' welfare. If something's not good for them, if it might not be good for them, if there's a crazy risk that goes along with it, we got to think about that risk. You know what I'm saying? We have to. So I don't know, man. I'm glad me and him see eye to eye on that. And I'm going to rewind it just a little bit just so y'all can hear exactly what he said, man.
Major. She added that I should be thinking about things from her husband's perspective. And I said, well, once again, aren't the soldiers' perspectives valid?
Yes, it is.
She said I was playing devil's advocate.
How?
We moved on. She wanted me to remove the video, and I told her I would not. I informed her that the opposite would happen. That after having a conversation with her husband, the battalion commander of this unit, I would be delving deeper into the sources that I had and the information that I was given, and then be making a secondary video on that information.
There you go.
Unfortunately for her and her husband, I told her that the information coming in addition to what I was already verifying from the original post, was not looking good. In fact,
he's already given her full warning, man.
Verifying my story and then adding additional context to what was going on.
Yep.
Just before hanging up, though, I did bring up the fact that she still got my number. Now, here's a little bit of foreshadowing. Feeling that her husband and now her phone call were somewhat disingenuous, I decided to check and see how she came about my number.
If she lied to him, bruh, if she lied to him. So she says she got it from Brigade, right? Let's see.
Knowing full well that she had divulged to me that she received it from someone in Brigade.
In Brigade, right.
I asked her where she got my phone number from, and she said she didn't remember.
She just said Brigade.
Personal safety is kind of a big deal. I don't want my personal information floating around on the internet. And she said, well, I got it from your website. And I said, well, that's not true.
Why would she...
I found it from your domain, and then I Googled it. I go, you Googled it. How do you Google my name? She's like, I don't know. I was so upset. I just Googled it, and I found it.
How, bruh?
Then what website did you go to from Google that got you my phone number? She couldn't tell me. I understood. I said, you know what? I decided to end the conversation there, but ask her that if she could text me the website whenever she would find it, if she could.
So just for an update, so a lot of y'all are starting to come up in the chat. I see a lot of y'all starting to watch. If y'all don't know what happened, Angry Cops did a video where the commander and the sergeant major of 210, I forget it, don't fault me for this, y'all, but there was a battalion and a battalion commander and sergeant major who had their soldiers out and training, and they were getting trench foot. And while they're getting trench foot, Sergeant Major says, if anybody comes back injured, they're getting an Article 15. And once they get back from training, starts giving out Article 15s because they're requiring them to do training, and then they get injured with the trench foot, and they go to medical to get seen about it. Now, Angry Cops is getting called from the battalion commander's wife, who told Angry Cops that she got the number from Brigade. Then she lied and said she got it from off the internet. She didn't freaking get it from there. She didn't get it from there. So this is crazy that she's lying to him, bruh. It's crazy. Let's keep it moving, man. Rewind it a little bit. Let's keep it going.
End the conversation there, but ask her that if she could text me the website whenever she would find it, if she could, I would be most appreciative. She responded to me moments after hanging up with callercenter.com. And if you would like to visit callercenter.com to show you that there is no way in hell
wish he would show it.
My number
I wish he would show it, man.
Be my guest. But in case you don't want to go, it's basically a website designed to assist businesses in properly calling and reaching out to individuals, their customer base. Hours later in the day, my NCOIC from my unit calls me to tell me that a major called from that brigade stating that he was the brigade lawyer and wanted to confirm my information, verify my contact information. Now, I've never heard of the official title of brigade lawyer before. I've heard of JAG, I've heard of CID.
The brigade lawyer? Really?
Within the military. But I've never heard of I'm the brigade lawyer. Either way, a little bit of a red flag.
Hold on, man.
But now that we're all caught up,
hold on a second.
Lawyer before. I've heard of JAG. And if you would like
callercenter.com, my bad,
to show you that there is no way in hell that she got my number from that, be my guest. But in case you don't want to go, it's basically a website designed to assist businesses in properly calling and reaching out to individuals.
And see, my thing is,
their customer base.
Why don't they call? Why don't that website call the business?
From my unit calls me to tell me that a major called from that brigade stating that he was the brigade lawyer and wanted to confirm my information, verify my contact information. Now, I've never heard
of brigade lawyer, really?
Brigade lawyer before. I've heard of JAG, I've heard of CID and other investigative units within the military, but I've never heard of I'm the brigade lawyer. Either.
Now, maybe let's look on let's give the benefit of the doubt to the brigade lawyer, right? Maybe it was JAG, I don't know, and maybe he explained who he was to the battalion commander's wife. Did he get a call from the wife or the commander? Get so excited, I'll be forgetting what he said, man. But maybe he said it in a way that they would understand what and who he is and what he does. So, I don't know, man. Let's go.
Either way, a little bit of a red flag. But now that we're all caught up with the phone calls the day of and after I posted the video, I'm now going to give you the information that I've been receiving for the past week.
Listen to this.
Posting this video.
Listen.
These are the nitty-gritty facts and a somewhat put-together timeline of what happened during Mountain Peak and these Article 15s that were given out from the Sergeant Major.
Let's go.
Feel free to zoom in on this as much as you want. I haven't written down anyone's names who've told me information, although I do have individuals who were directly affected by this.
Okay, let's go.
Our story begins when the 230 Battalion arrives at the training grounds. Sergeant Major informally addresses the majority of the battalion. They're gaggled around in a large group, and he tells the majority of the battalion,
if anybody gets injured, you're going to get an Article 15.
Anyone going to roll 1 or 2 for something as minor as your feet, I will Article 15 you. As the battalion goes through the training event, the weather begins to bear down on them. A medic with a soldier attempts to take that soldier to one of the med rolls in order to get medical attention, but a first sergeant advises the medic
Don't
not
take
to take
him.
the cold cap
Come
to any of
on,
the med
bruh.
rolls due
He's
to the
a
sergeant major's directive.
He's a cold casualty, man. He's a cold casualty. And first sergeant, I don't even think first sergeant would have gotten in any trouble if the freaking medic would have went. If the medic would have went, he wouldn't. I don't think he would have gotten in trouble, man. We have to put the soldiers first, bro, when it comes to this kind of stuff, man. So for first sergeant, even first sergeant, that's not this. He should have took the hit for it and freaking look. His feet are jacked up. And then first, it's going to come down on first sergeant. What happens if they freaking lose a foot, bruh? What happens if he loses a foot? We have to accomplish a mission, but if the soldier's welfare is not taken under consideration, how are you going to accomplish any mission or training? It's not going to happen. You got to make sure these soldiers are fed. You got to make sure that they're taken care of, that they have the knowledge to take care of themselves while they're in combat and in training, bruh. First sergeant should have go. Just freaking go. That's crazy, man. He advised him not to go because of what the sergeant major said. I wonder if the medic took him anyway. Let's see.
The 68 Whiskey, or the medic, decides that he's going to take his chances knowing that he may be negatively counseled.
That's how you do it, bruh.
The med roll.
That's how you do it.
Soldiers.
Because you got to think about it. You got to think about it. Why did you get kicked out of the military? Oh, I got kicked out of the military for failure to follow a direct order from Sergeant Major. Well, what was the order? To not take people to the medic. To not take people over to the freaking facility. So if Sergeant Major said that, he got to have a superb reason why. Oh, the freaking place is on fire. Or there's a COVID breakout in that specific building. Something crazy has to come out from that, man. You can't just say, if anybody go... I would at least have given him a reason why. Sergeant Major, I would have at least given him a reason why. This is crazy, man. Let's go.
Neglect to go to the med roll, fearing that they would get an Article 15.
They were scared.
Now, here's where things get interesting. Later on, the Sergeant Major is seen at the med roll, where he berates an NCO and 2 lower enlisted for using the med roll for their trench foot or hypothermia. The Sergeant Major singles out the NCO and rips his Ranger tab off, making a statement to the effect that he doesn't deserve it because Rangers don't go to the med roll.
Are you serious, bro?
These soldiers are told that they will be receiving Article 15s and being demoted from the Sergeant Major. Later on, the Sergeant Major is heard over comms, the radio, requesting the information of those soldiers to begin the chapter paperwork.
So I got to correct myself, y'all. Earlier I said the chapter there is a chapter that is used to get trainees, I know trainees get removed from the military. They get separated from the military because of chapters, all right? If I'm not mistaken, all right? And if I'm wrong, y'all go ahead and freaking correct me. I'll take the hit for it. I won't budge on it. Y'all got me on that one, all right? But like I said, we got to keep it going, man. Let's go.
Soldiers begin to reach out to a military meme account describing what's going on and how soldiers are being given Article 15s for injuries during a training event. After the Instagram account put out this information, to quote one soldier, 230 was in a tailspin. Following the Instagram account's information going public, Lieutenant Colonel then begins a CID investigation.
Wow.
Now, the CID investigation is not into the demotions, the Article 15s, or the Sergeant Major and his directive. It instead is looking into the military meme account that had posted the information and trying to identify the soldiers involved in messaging and giving information to this meme account. Unfortunately for one Bravo Company platoon leader, this lieutenant who put out information that is not...
Hold on, give me a quick second, y'all. I'm going to take my comment section and move it over so y'all can read it if y'all want to, all right? So check this out. That's my chat right there. So check out what the officer has said. Check out what the officer says, y'all. Watch this.
Not inflammatory whatsoever, merely just a statement of how the weather affected his troops, was removed from his position as a platoon leader. The soldiers that have informed me of how this lieutenant was removed from his command as a platoon leader are unaware as to where he is being placed currently. And this brings us to the end, which is that the soldiers who were verbally counseled by the command sergeant major in regards to their Article 15s and demotions received no follow-up.
Really?
For weeks afterward, the soldiers that had been threatened with Article 15s and demotions were walking around in limbo.
So they didn't know what was going to happen.
This video regarding the information that I had originally received, its verification, and then additional information that was also verified and given to me between now and the day that I posted that first original video. Now, before we go into the AAR, or the after action,
here we go.
I have a couple questions and statements that I'm going to put out that do need to remain separate from the first two parts of this video. After our initial phone call, I never called Lieutenant Colonel Jackman back.
Okay.
And here is why. Everything from him and his wife felt disingenuous.
Okay.
Why in the world would he call me just to lie to me?
Yes,
Is it because he thinks I'm dumb? Does he think that I just spout off random jokes on the internet without verifying or looking up any of the information that I put out? Or does he think that I'm lazy and that I won't actually call up the people that gave me this information to verify anything? You got to call him back. Me and hitting over 800,000 followers in 3 years, and that it was an impressive jump. And I told him, well, I've gotten this far because
from speaking the truth,
what I do seriously,
and that's what I'm saying.
And I investigate some of the things and stories that I talk about. I don't want to seem uneducated, nor would I want to portray myself as that. And to continue with how I felt his call was disingenuous, I'll bring it back to when I asked him whether or not he signed an Article 15. The way that he answered my questions just had that air of pomposity.
He just had that feeling, man.
When they're talking to a lower enlistment who they don't respect.
And
I could immediately feel the game that was being played.
This is the thing that I love the most about. So he is an MP, man. Part of what they freaking do is investigate. You might as well be almost talking to CID if you're talking to an MP. Kind of, sort of, in my eyes. So I don't see why Sergeant Major, I don't see why the battalion commander would do this kind of thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Why lie? Why lie? Why would the wife of the battalion commander call him up and lie to him? I just don't get it, bro. I don't get it, man. Let's go.
That I never signed it, and he can request for Article 15s because they never existed, although they were verbally given by the command sergeant major. If the
verbally given and actually writing them are two totally different things, man.
You are demoted or you are getting an Article 15,
you're going to be expecting it, right?
A fact.
You're going to be expecting it
in stone. There is no arguing it. It is the future. A verbal counseling is a legitimate form of counseling in the Army. And if that means that he tells you you're getting demoted or you're getting an Article 15,
you better expect
for
for it to freaking happen,
We're
man.
slotting you for drill sergeant school. You don't have a choice.
There you go.
You're going to be moved to this company. These are things within his power. He may not be the signing authority on it, but
he can make sure that it freaking happens, though.
Changes into effect, and then request a signature from the commander, and it's done. So yes, he did issue out Article 15s, and he demoted soldiers.
For
What
getting
also
trench
confuses
foot
me
and
is how
going
he
to
wanted
get
me
treatment
further
for it.
Investigate it. It's almost like watching an episode of the first 48 where they have some guy dead to nuts for a murder, and then he goes, yeah, I need you to investigate it. I'm going to help you. I'll tell you all this information, thinking that these officers must believe that, wow, a guilty man must never ever say that he wants more investigation or police work. He's thrown me off his trail, boys. A CID investigation has started. And what does it look into? It looks into soldiers that are trying to tell people, hey, something's messed up and we need a helping hand over here. And you're burning them at the stake?
I want to know. So somebody told me in the comment section, somebody told me in my comments to be careful to have my heart broken at the end of this video. I wonder if Sergeant Major or the commander are in the process of getting relieved or what. I want to know. Because this is crazy, man. This is crazy. Let's see. Let's see. We gotta listen to the soldiers, man. We gotta take care of them. We gotta take care of them. I just don't understand. I don't get it, man. Why give them Article 15s? It's like he knew it was gonna happen or something. It's like he knew it was gonna happen. If anybody goes to medical to get treatment for their feet, they're getting an Article 15. But all right, let's go. Let's go.
Burning them at the stake. Wow, how disingenuous can a conversation with one man and his wife be? And I say both because isn't it strange of how a lieutenant, a platoon leader, can get thrown under the bus because he puts up a nothing of a message, just touching on how, the weather sucked and we were in a shitty position, so we moved our guys out.
That's crazy, bruh.
But
that's crazy.
Some civilian, the wife of the battalion commander that just contacted me, magically received my personal phone number and calls me up about that. There's nothing wrong with OPSEC with that.
I want to know how she really got
DM
the number, bro.
Talking about how much training sucked because the weather was bad. Giving away a soldier's personal information. Which one of these seems like it would be a remove from command scenario? And then she's gonna say she got it through some sort of freaking Google website? Give me a break.
Why? I don't get it, man.
The lack of integrity in this command
it's making
astounds me.
Terrible name for them,
motto
bro.
Is we're in charge, we know better, we can do no wrong. All these other people, the rules for them don't apply to us because I know better. I'm in charge. I can do no wrong. You have a lack of integrity from your battalion commander who's calling me up, giving me a line of shit saying he doesn't know what's going on. You've got a lack of integrity from the two of them because the second that shit hits the fan, instead of hitting it head on and saying, you know what, I made a mistake, I should have said it a different way, I want my Joes to get medical treatment, you decide to call CID and shut everybody up and move a platoon leader out of his goddamn company into God knows where he is.
What? What would calling CID to do an investigation? What would that do, man? If you did something wrong and you tell CID to check up on it, what would that do, bruh? I'm getting that falsetto in my voice so much it hurt my freaking throat, bruh. All right.
Is right now. And if you think that this is the first time that the sergeant major might have flown off the handle a little bit and needs to be rallied up, allow me to give you a second opinion. The story of Sergeant Rackers. That's the only name I'm going to give into this story because somebody told me specifically about them and the travesty that they saw in front of them. Sergeant Rackers allowed, how dare he, his team to wear snivel gear in a movement, during a movement. Basically when you're rucking along with all your crap.
You don't do that, man.
Sergeant Major walks around, does inspections, says, hey, why are your guys wearing snivel gear? And he goes, I let them wear it, Sergeant Major. It's Army issued. He goes, no. That's bullshit, reams him out in front of his guys, and then removes him right then and there from being their team sergeant. Why? Wasn't their gear military issued? Was there a specific directive, Sergeant Major, in which you said they can't wear their snivel gear or any other specific gear? Because if there was a limitation on what they could or could not wear for that training
it should have been put out.
Right, I'm sure it would be in the composite risk management.
It'd be put out, right?
And don't you save those? So let's say that somebody wanted to see why Sergeant Rackers was removed from being a team sergeant, and then they found out it was because he let his guys wear some snivel gear. And you said, well, let me see that composite risk
and it's
management.
not in there, then what?
I bet you 100
if it's not in there,
years of service in the Army that it wasn't. What do you think, guys are walking around in Afghanistan without wearing something to keep them warm? Suffering is a hell of a teacher, but to suffer for the sake of suffering is nonsense.
Now, the only thing that I'll say about wearing the snivel gear when rucking, depending on how cold it is outside, right? We've always told people don't wear your snivel gear when you're rucking, right? We've always told them that because you're going to get hot while you're rucking and you could overheat. Understood. But this is my thing about this, though. Bring it with you. Because if it gets too cold, after I told you don't wear it and we're rucking and it's freaking freezing, you freaking right. I'm going to tell you, put the freaking gear on, bro. It's too cold. And this is a basic thing that we go by as drill sergeants. If we feel a certain way, the trainees feel it worse than we do. If I'm hungry, the trainees got to be freaking hungry. If I'm thirsty, they got to be hungry. If I'm hot, they got to be hot. You understand what I'm saying? So that's one thing I would do to help mitigate, if you will, that situation right there. Don't wear your snivel gear, but bring it with you. I do that all the time. Come down to formation. Right now for formation, you're not supposed to wear your hat and gloves, but you're going to bring it with you anyway. I'm going to keep it moving, man.
Now here's my AAR, and I'll make this short and sweet. Stop micromanaging. You've got NCOs in charge of these lower enlisted and senior NCOs in charge of them. They're gonna know whether or not the individual soldiers at med roll are a turd that wants to get out of training or a good kid that is just stuck because he's got some trench foot and he wants to make sure he's not gonna be jacked up. A team sergeant knows his Joes 10 times better than a battalion sergeant major will any day.
There you go, man.
I can only imagine.
I gotta him up on that too. I've been to promotion boards, y'all. I've been to promotion boards. Let me tell you, listen to what he just said, man. And I'm going to tell y'all exactly how I feel about it.
Some trench foot and he wants to make sure he's not going to be jacked up. A team sergeant knows his Joes 10 times better than a battalion sergeant major will any day of the week.
A sergeant, an E5 knows his E4 and below, or an E6 knows his E5 and below better than sergeant major would any day. I've been to promotion boards, right? I've been to mock boards. Sergeant Lynch, what is your top goal? What is some of your top goals and your long-term goals in the military? I want to be a first sergeant. I want to get my bachelor's degree. And when I get out of the military, I want to build me a 4,000 square foot house and have me my own movie theater in my house, my own home theater in my house. Sergeant Lynch, why do you just want to stop at a first sergeant and not a sergeant major? This is my answer, y'all. Because as a lower enlisted, I barely see sergeant major. Sergeant Major's not around us that much, but guess who I do see? Almost every day I see First Sergeant. That's a fact right there, bruh. The freaking sergeants are going to know their soldiers better than Sergeant Major will, man. And you can't knock Sergeant Major because he has staff meetings to go to, and there's so many freaking soldiers within his battalion or in his brigade that he has so many to check up on. He's going to notice the ones here and there, but the ones who are going to know the E4 and the E5 and below better than Sergeant Major are the E6s and the E5s, bro. Point blank period, man. Point blank period. Let's keep it moving, man.
I can only imagine the fear that these kids have when they want to do something right. My next point would be communication and clarification. Hey, senior NCOs, if the sergeant major wrongfully tells your battalion that he's going to negatively counsel Joes for getting medical treatment, you need to go up to him and be like, hey, sergeant major, you can't do that. You need to rephrase that real quick or we will. What do you want us to say?
Or ask him to say it in a different way. I would even say it in a different way.
First sergeants, platoon sergeants need to look down at your Joes and say,
see what's going on and freaking fix it, man.
If your feet
that's
are
what I'm
fucked up and you really
saying.
feel like they're jacked and you need some help,
Go get treatment. I'll take the hit for it, man.
Treatment, no matter what Sergeant Major says, because he's so high in his own piss. I feel that this situation can all come down to integrity, which to me is the most pivotal and all-encompassing value of the Army values.
And so the Army has seven values. 7 values. You got loyalty, you got duty, you got respect, you got selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage, right? Integrity is so, if you don't have integrity, which is in the Army's definition, to do the right thing even when nobody's watching, if you can't do the right thing when nobody's watching, nobody's going to trust you. Nobody's going to want to have anything to do with you. So I wonder how many soldiers are staying in that battalion, or if they want to get out of that battalion. I want to see, man. Let's see at the end of the video, bro. Let's keep it moving. We got like 3 minutes left for the video, y'all. Let's go.
What's honorable? Integrity's honorable. You know, it takes personal courage, standing up and doing the right thing. Integrity. You know, it takes selfless service, putting yourself out there in front of your Joes, knowing that you need to lead the way to show them what's right. Integrity. I can go on. Now, once again, this being an after-action review,
like it, man.
How do you get on top of something that's spiraling out of control? Integrity. Just like the 10th Mountain Sergeant Major decided to do when that ridiculous video of his young Joes trying to clear rooms and them flagging the piss out of everybody blew up
that was them?
to the world. Push forward and correct it. Own your Joes, own your mistakes, push forward and correct it. People respect that. Not pretending like it didn't happen. On a personal note, I love the Army. I love the Army, and I love being a drill sergeant. When I made these videos and started doing comedy shit 10 years ago, I knew that at some point in my career, I was never going to be promoted again. I am a career E6. I will be. I'll never see a promotion board. And I'm never going to go, oh.
Somebody told me about that, and I don't think I noticed in any other video, but somebody told me that he started doing these videos and he was never ever going to get promoted again. And see, that's why I feel like that's part of the reason why he goes so hard with his videos too. He said that he's standing up for the, he said he's standing up for the soldiers and stuff like that, right? But of course, with him never getting promoted again, that's also a reason, like, I'm just going to freaking go for it. And I can't freaking blame him, bruh. I can't blame him, man. Let's go. Let's keep it moving, man. Let's keep it moving.
I'm never going to go warrant. I was already kicked back from warrant because of these videos. Not becoming of what a warrant officer should be. I am here for you on Forever E6 with my hat, going down on basic training trails until I'm too damn old to run and my knees are shit and I'm marching with crutches. I can't solve all the problems that you want to send me. I can't solve at each individual VA case. I can't look into why you were counseled for some bullshit. But whenever something like this erupts and you got nowhere to go, Big Joe gonna take care of you.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, man.
Which reminds me to tell you that this video is sponsored by Dude.
Once again.
Oh, that hit my fucking toe.
Okay.
On that note,
I
can't tell you how proud I am. Oof, I'm gonna get fucking teary-eyed. Fucking so, God, I love the Army.
See how passionate he is about it, man? Let me see what I got here, man. I'm just checking. Let me check something out just to see how this is going to work, y'all. All right? All right. I'm going to put this over. Give me a second, y'all. Because I want to talk about this, man. I want to talk about this for a minute if we can, okay? I don't know what I'm messing up. How about this? How about if I do this? No? Okay. All right, I'll worry about it later, but we'll go back there. All right, y'all. So this situation really blows my mind, bro. Let me fix this one more time, y'all. My bad. So this situation really gets to me, man. It really gets to me because I just wonder what's gonna happen to Sergeant Major, bro. I really wonder what's gonna happen to Sergeant Major. If y'all haven't yet, hit that like button, man. I really appreciate it if y'all do. Got a lot of y'all in here tonight, man. I really appreciate y'all stopping by and watching the video. I'm not gonna end it yet. I just want to talk for a little bit with y'all. And like I said, man, I don't get it. And I think Angry Cops hit it on the head, man. He hit the nail on the head. It's all about having integrity. But most of all, like me, in my mind, if I was a first sergeant or a sergeant major, I would have definitely just took the hit for it. If I'm the sergeant major, I'm answering for everything. I'm answering for all that stuff, right? So I would just if the people are getting trench foot, bro, they have to go get that stuff checked out, man. They gotta go get it checked out. And if I'm the first sergeant and sergeant major don't want him to do it, I'm taking the hit for it, bro. I made it to first sergeant. I'm the top NCO of a freaking company. So yeah, I'll take the hit. I've gotten to a certain goal. I've gotten to a good height in success. I think sending some freaking troops to the medic so that they can get treatment is probably the least of my worries, man. Even if somebody says don't freaking do it, they need it. They need it. And I'm not going to be the one to answer for it when somebody's freaking foot falls off because it freaking got frostbite because they were freaking training or whatever. That's not going to be me. It's not going to be me. It's not going to be me. I'm not going to deny anybody any freaking medic stuff, bro. I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to check out some of the chats real quick just to see what's going on, man. And I'm going to go ahead and end this video. If y'all want to leave, I want to thank y'all so much just for rocking with your boy and checking this out, man. Got to take care of these soldiers, bro. Got to take care of the soldiers. It's a definite. There are fighting force in the freaking army now. So if we don't take care of the soldiers, how we expect them to take care of us? How would Sergeant Major feel? How would Sergeant Major feel if he was in the battlefield with these soldiers and they didn't freaking take care of him because he didn't take care of them? How would he feel then, bro? I bet the tables would be turned. I bet the story would be different at this point. I bet it would, man. After he was told not to post the videos on social media of himself in his Buffalo PD uniform, he's pretty much stuck to military-related stuff since. Angry Cops gets all my respect, giving up any chance of promotions for his fan base and selling his message is inspiring. Let me see what else we got here. Yeah, so I gotta make sure I get this stuff right. Let me see if I can. Can I move this over while it's recorded? I can't do it. Here we go. All right, so this is what I was trying to do, y'all. Let me see if I can fix this real quick. This is what I wanted. This is how I wanted it to be. Okay. So yeah, man, we gotta take care of these soldiers, man. We gotta take care of these soldiers, bro. Hey, but I want to thank y'all so much for stopping by. Give a big shout out to Billy You So Crazy for checking me out. If y'all don't know who Billy You So Crazy is, y'all go look up Billy YSC on YouTube. And he's an Army veteran himself. Does all kinds of cool reactions to music videos, all genres of music. He does movie commentaries. He does all kinds of cool stuff like that. Y'all gonna make sure y'all check him out. Got to give a big shout out to Lee Davis, Fast Donnie, all of SuperFam for coming up in here tonight that came up in here. Everybody who came up in here just to check it out. Thank y'all so much for rocking with your boy and checking me out, man. Thank y'all. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, comment, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I try to knock out as many reactions as I can to different videos. I love Angry Cops. All respect goes to him, bro. I got to respect the dude for doing what he got to do, man. Thank y'all so much for rocking out with me. I'm going to catch y'all later, SFAM. Salute. Stay focused, motivated. Get motivated up in the joint one time.